And we are back.
We are back.
What's going on, family? Child Inc., Sparrow Run family. How you guys been, man? It's been a nice little snowy past week. It got cold all of a sudden. I feel partly responsible. Just a little bit though. I walked outside one day and I got to my porch and was like, man, this winter has been light. This has been a light winter.
You jinxed it?
You know it snowed the day after?
Oh my God, karma's out to get everybody.
Man. I didn't mean it.
Shoot.
But we are back, guys. Hope you guys have been doing well. Q and I have been putting in some work, and we got some news for you guys. We got some important dates coming up. Q, you want to share with them the deets?
The deets. An upcoming date, the 29th, we're having our grand opening.
Woo! We don't have like an applause button. We got work. We're working on that. We'll get one of those things you hit a button and just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
So the grand opening. Let's unpack that for them. Because what does that even mean? Like, what's opening? Like.
So, what's opening?
It's funny because it's been open, like low key though. It hasn't been like officially open, but we told you guys on the first episode, we've been in this studio since the end of September, beginning of October, something around there. And since then, it's been a lot of Q and I just staring at each other.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, it has been a lot of just me and Q in here, but he's been learning a lot of stuff in here and have been putting those teachings to use, as you guys saw on our last episode when we went through some of the projects that we've been working on. Q and I have been going over a lot of the basics in here, and as you guys can probably tell, a little bit more into the more advanced things that you can get into in this industry as well. And so the grand opening, what that is about is that Q and I have been in here since October, and we've been, quietly telling the residents of Sparrow Run about the studio and how they could take advantage of it. We weren't publicly, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like a public opening just yet. And that's what this grand opening is. We're going to open it. We're going to open our doors to the public. It is still a Sparrow Run specific community studio, but we are opening on the 29th next week, and we're going to have some heavy hitters come through, man. Some heavy hitters are coming. Anybody you want to come in particular?
Anybody I want to come in particular? Like, that's a good question. I don't think I'd like to see anybody in particular, but to have everybody come out would be great.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think everybody is coming out. Of course, it's not that big, guys. We're not going to have like 100 people in here. But I did just receive word that a lot of our local politicians are coming through for our grand opening to see what we've built here, what we're doing. So, of course, we need to take this time to shout out our sponsors. Number one is Child Inc. We need to shout out Child Inc. and everything that they are doing for the community of Sparrow Run, let alone just overall as an organization. And then, of course, we need to give a shout out to another one of our sponsors, Travel Songs. Without Travel Songs, this studio wouldn't exist. They actually took the time to plan out this whole thing, rolled up their sleeves, got in here, and they built this whole studio. I believe this was like a 2-3 year process. Like, they were planning it for a while, because Zach and Tyler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they worked for Child Inc., right? Before,
I think they have, but when they have before, I don't think I was here.
Oh, okay, got you. How did you meet Zach and Tyler? Zach and Tyler is Travel Songs, by the way, guys.
At the court when they were
for the Community Appreciation Day.
No, we met at the court when they were
Oh, when they went for the
like,
grant.
Yeah, the
Oh,
grant.
okay, got you. You're saying the court. I'm thinking a basketball court. He's like, well, we met at the court. We was hooping and everything, bro. Like, Zach dropped like 9 points. Tyler had like 10 assists.
I can see that too.
I would love to see that. Like, if they could actually ball, we could definitely make that happen. Court's right around the corner.
Yeah.
We'll come.
Man, I ain't no baller though. So.
Oh man. Don't worry, man. We'll pick you up and we'll still have a time. But yeah, Zach and Tyler, shout out to those guys. Travel Songs, they do a lot. Like, I think they just got back from Peru. They were out in Peru building studios out there and teaching music out there as well, and just bringing overall awareness to music. I feel like it's something that's sort of dying down just a little bit. Like, what I'm noticing is that just from my generation to today's generation, a lot of the kids aren't as interested in making music or being creative in the musical. Like, they love consuming it, they love hearing the music, they love vibing to it, but it's not like a music studio isn't as like groundbreaking to kids today as it was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I searched high and low for music studios, and when I finally found one, I got my mom to break open the piggy bank every week. Every week, Mom, I need studio time. Let's go. I need to get in there. No, I'm kidding. I had a job. But it is like a big difference that I'm noticing. So shout out to those guys at Travel Songs for just spreading the awareness that music can't die. Like, even, it literally cannot die. Like, there's a literal science behind it. It literally can't die. But yeah, we're gonna have some heavy hitters. I wish I had the list of names that were gonna be there to shout them out, but they will be there. What else do we have? I have on the agenda today. Personally, I'm looking forward to the grand opening.
Yeah, me too. We have, I think we were going to mention who was coming out from the studio.
Oh, from the studio.
Yeah.
Well, as far as from the studio, like, I don't, like, we're the only two from the studio, so and we'll be there.
TMS said he was going to pop out too.
Okay, got you. I know what you're saying now. Yes. So if you guys remember, the song that we played for you guys on our previous episode, TMS, he's making big splashes, big waves right now.
And be sure to go check that episode out too.
Definitely. Click right here in the top right corner if you guys haven't seen that. That'll take you guys straight to that video. Check that out. I can't give you the timestamp of when we played his music. You'll just have to listen to it.
Yeah.
TMS is coming. Hopefully we can have Anisha and Kasim come out, or one of the two. You guys should know them from episode 3, where they did an episode on the podcast. They did their own segments, which I found pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Me and Q was over here watching them like while they were recording, and we were just cracking up, having a good old time. They were funny. The chemistry was definitely good. They bounced off of each other very well. Turns out they were best friends.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Who else is coming out? Did anybody else hit you back?
Nope.
No?
It's not.
Julian, if you're seeing this,
come on out.
I'm sure we texted you.
Come
on out. But the kids that we just mentioned to you guys that we plan to have come out, we plan to have those guys show their work that they've done in here so far. So anything that they've put together. Q, obviously you're another one. He's another one that will be coming out, and he'll be showing off his works as well. I don't know, man. You might have to write a little speech.
A speech.
A little more responsibility falls on your shoulders because you're the assistant engineer here. Right. You know what I mean? You gotta show them how it's done.
I'll see what I can do.
We're not in here just lollygagging. I wish you guys could see the whole set. Matter of fact, maybe I'll put a picture in there, because I did just take a picture of this set. It's real simple, guys. Just 2 mics, 2 mic stands, 2 lights. I guess I could I'll show you guys how we have it lit right now, because I kind of like this lighting configuration. Yeah. This isn't bad at all. Yeah. I think that was everybody that's coming out.
Yeah.
Oh no, I forgot to talk about Scott from the cause.
Oh, Scott's coming out.
Yeah,
too, right?
Scott from the cause. Not only is he coming out, but he's a part of this program as well. He is teaching social emotional learning, and he is also teaching guys how to, or guys and gals, how their way around the camera. So if anybody wants to start vlogging, wants to start streaming like we're doing now, or podcasting like we're doing now, they can get further instruction on how to do that on their own. And how they could do that by coming into the studio, as you guys saw Anisha and Kasim last week, or not last week, but on the last episode. They came in, they didn't have to do anything, didn't touch anything, they just wanted to record and shoot. So Q and I set it up. Q knows what he's doing. We set it up and we rolled it. Whatever that was. Check.
Yeah.
What we got, man?
That's all I have now.
That was it?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there's not much we have for you guys this week. We've been pretty busy. He's been working on a few projects. I have been trying to get Anisha and Kasim's video edited, because at the time of this recording, while we're recording episode 4, episode 3, you guys haven't even seen it yet. So I'm saying all of this stuff about the episode that you guys are going to see but haven't seen yet.
But trust, when that episode drops, it's gonna be a banger.
It's gonna be a banger. But there might be some issues with that episode because the footage is messed up, and that's the issue, you know. So you guys might just have to get some messed up footage. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. What can you do? You know. Well, let me see. I think that is it.
Yeah.
I think that's it for today.
That's all we have going. Unless you want to explain a little bit more about what's going down at the grand opening.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, do you know what's happening at the grand opening?
All I know is that there's food. I gotta be there. And music.
You got it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you do have to be there. There will be food. So how it's gonna work is people is gonna come in. They're gonna spend a little bit of time downstairs, get some finger foods popping, get acquainted with each other if need be. But of course, these are some pretty important people. We're not going to hold anyone longer than we need to hold them. So once they come in, get their refreshments, things like that. Q, you and the other guys that have done work in here will already be up here. You guys will be up here. You guys will be going through your works. You know what I mean? Maybe you're playing something by the time we come up already, and then I can just walk them into it. You know what I mean? That's just a little quick idea. I probably should have told you that off camera, but that's just a little quick idea I had while I was downstairs. They're going to be downstairs. Child Inc. staff will greet them. Once I explain to them what we're doing here, who you are, who I am, I will then bring them upstairs, bring them into this room where you guys will already be situated, stationed, and probably playing something. And then once whatever you're playing goes off, or if you're playing anything, I'll then introduce you. You'll then take it over and introduce yourself and talk about what you've learned here so far and your experience. And then you'll play a piece of work that you've worked on. You know, just let them know, you know, I've learned this. Then this is the first time I've ever done any of this stuff. You know, the works. And then show them like whatever you feel is your best work. And then we'll just do that down the line, because the opening is only 2 hours, guys. We only got 2 hours to work with, and we have to show them this room, everything that we're doing in here, and then we have to send them next door to the other room and show them and Scott then shows them what he'll be doing with the social emotional learning. And then that's it. You know, it's a wrap after that. After that, you know, we hope the attention stays on the Child Inc. studio and the project that we're doing here in Sparrow Run, and that you know, everybody comes out and participates in the studio, hang out with us, come make some good art, because this is like an art studio. You know, They made it for music, but you see what we're doing. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate you guys tuning in again with us. I'm Zel.
I'm Q. I didn't forget this side.
We'll see you guys next time.